Blog Talk Radio. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to
All right.
Gals and guys,
All right. Enough already.
Go to
Enough already, Tracey Brown Live.
Gals and guys,
Stop.
Go to Tracey.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Island Dreamer. How are you today? I just want to let everyone know that hi, Yvonette. How are you? My really good friend, Jason, who I love dearly, is having a class tonight. All right, so let me just stop this to show you guys the class. He's having a class tonight on how to publish your own book. All right, and it's tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern tonight, and tomorrow it is at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Please reach out to my really good friend. And, you know, it's interesting because I taught him, but now he teaches me. It's funny. Child, the psychic world is hilarious. Don't ever think that you've made it in the psychic world. You will always find somebody better than you. Always. And if you walk with that mentality and be open to all types of changes in the metaphysical world, then we'll never have a world like we're living in today. Because this world is bullshit. Oh my God. The way people are is bullshit. The world is beautiful, but the way people are is bullshit. So I say that to say that if you want to create your own book, I personally am interested in doing an ebook, but it's all the same thing. He teaches you how to create it on Amazon. And let me tell you something, guys. I have so many ideas. I've got these herbal books that I'm doing for candle magic only. It's only for candle magic. I'm not trying to get you all healthy. It's not my game. I do care about COVID health, right? That's a different thing, but that's not a game. That's like, come on, get healthy. Everybody's so unhealthy for COVID. But, you know, people are doing it. You know, let me be fair to people. I think everyone's doing the best they can with the resources that they were given and learning today what the hell y'all parents did to y'all. Like, I really have to ask if parents even like their own children because, man, they fed them some nasty shit. You know, sometimes when I look at children and I see them overweight, right? And cells have memory, right? Cells have memory. And if your child start out with too much weight, now I have a rule that babies, you better feed them damn babies. That's my rule. But my other rule is don't feed them to the point where you're teaching them to eat heart attack food, right? So that's All kinds of shit going on. Maybe it was just me. I have a very skinny son. And he is skinny because when he was 2 years old, I was working in a hospital. And I was working around, I don't know if you guys remember these nurses. There might be a few around. Old fuddy-duddy nurses that used to wear hats, right? And they had a different training. They had a very rigid, stiff training. And, you know, nurses used to be nuns to me, like same mentality of discipline, right? Strict, broad, you know, broad women. They talk broad and they gave you the stern look. It was hilarious, right? But I had a mixture of new age women. And when I say new age, these were the sloppy nurses, right? These were the nurses that wore, and I don't know if I'm insulting you, but, you know, I don't even know if I care anymore. They wore the plastic shoes. They started wearing the plastic shoes. What's the alligator shoes or whatever, crocodile shoes. They started wearing they didn't start out that way. It's a long story. I spent a lot of time in the hospital. So I was there during this weird transition, right? So I started out in the hospital where they worked 8-hour shifts. And then they changed to 12-hour shifts. But some of you only know the fact that they have 12-hour shifts, right? Especially in a special units like ICU, CCU, and ICU. In any case. So I was working with nurses that were stiff and, you know, broad and, you know, kind of walked around like with a weird ruler in their hand, but there wasn't really a ruler, but you saw something in their hand. You had fear of them, right? You were like petrified of these nurses, right? Because they had so much history. I've been here 15 years. 15! And you're like, yes, ma'am. Yes, 15, right? And then you had the sloppy nurses coming in. And at the same time, the sloppy nurses were there. And I'm not being insulting. At the time, I'm not saying today. I'm saying at the time, you know you were sloppy, right? Because you sat at the nurse's station, crossing your legs, all slouching at the nurse's station. Like, it was pathetic, right? And then at the same time, some nightmare. And then at the same time, we had immigrant nurses. So there was a shortage of nurses at the time. And so there was a huge wave of immigrant nurses from the Philippines that came in, right? So we had the Philippine nurses who didn't have any history of stiff upper lip. We had the new sloppy nurses just graduating from, at the time, the old nurses had graduated from nursing school inside the hospital. Hospitals used to have nursing schools, which is why they were so stiff. And then the sloppy nurses came straight out of college. Yeah, they came straight out of college. Yeah, these were the nurses that came out of college because there was no such thing at the time as nursing schools, right? So they just didn't get the discipline that the nursing hospital school workers got. It's a long story. And then the immigrant, so we have this big hashpog shit show full of nurses, right? All kinds of mixtures. And then you had the Philippine nurses. And I always thought Philippine nurses were wonderful nurses, but I thought they were too cliquey, right? And that's not their fault, right? It's not your fault to be cliquey. If there's a room full of, you know, one race in a group and, you know, 4 black women walk in, they're going to find each other. They're going to sit next to each other. They're going to say, hey, girl, hey, guess we're the only ones here. You know what I mean? There's 100 people in the room, but cold word is, I guess we're the only ones here. You know, it's hilarious, right? And so the Philippines did that. It's normal, right? And so, why did I bring that up? It has something to do with COVID. And I care about COVID health, but I don't know why I was bringing it all up. Going back to Jason, my God, Tracy, going back to Jason, he has this ebook. So if you ever wanted to know anything about how to create an ebook, come aboard, take some notes, and begin a whole new life, right? Fear is no longer an option. And Jason's only charging $20. I know people that pull this shit off and they will charge you $200 fucking dollars for a 1-day event. Like, it's bullshit. Just bullshit. Jason is going to teach you this class in one night. One night. He has a 2-day class, but it's not for 2 days. It's a one-time event. The reason why he's doing it in 2 days is because he wants to get different time frames for somebody that can't make it at Saturday at 7 Eastern. So he has the second day to repeat the same class. Now, listen to me, guys. I'm going to both classes because I'm crazy. I don't have anything better to do than to be educated. Oh, yes. I'll take anybody's classes. And I will invite you guys in this COVID experience. The Oreo phrase, my friend Pinky, I love her. I have to get her on my TV show. She is fucking hilarious. She's on TikTok. She called it the Oreo phrase. Love her. Oh my God. This girl got me through the COVID because she is fucking hilarious. In any case, email Jason, text Jason, do whatever it takes. Be there, you know. What do we used to say? Be there or be square? Right, Marie? I grew up with old school nurses. Right? You get it. Good morning. Hello. Let me get Melissa on. Let me see if Melissa is here. I always have to thank Melissa for sharing this time with me. I really am of gratitude that she is here. She's not here. Where are you? All right. Let me just text her. Come on in. You guys know I can talk some more. Come on in. Come on in. I think she might be walking her dog. Okay. Well, we got more things to talk about. So, Jason, okay, are we good with Jason, everyone? Did everyone screenshot what they need to screenshot? Oh, thank you, Alan Dreamer. Nisha from the group put it to video. So I've got a video to add to show you guys. So funny. She did a great video. I love it. All right. Good health, Stephen. Good health, Marie. Good health, Kelsey. All right. Let me take Jason's banner down. Did you guys screenshot it? Are you guys good? All right. While I wait for Melissa to come on, I'll tell you this story. I was waiting for Melissa to come on. Let me just take this banner down. There you go. There you go. Oh, look, it vibrates. There you go. Okay, so just check if Melissa's here before I start my next. You know, guys, I'm never short of a story, right? Never. Okay. So I've been dying for fresh fish, right? And it didn't dawn on me not to ask someone, how do I get fresh fish, right? That never dawned on me. And one day I went into this place called Yum Yum. It's our version of some fast food shit, right? And I was asking about a fish on the menu, and I said, is it fresh? And he got very defensive. This was back in October. He got very defensive, and he said, oh, no, it's not fresh. It's packaged. And he said, but if anyone tells you that fish is fresh on the island, they're lying. right? And he was so emphatic about it. And I was like, oh, okay, okay. But, I just nicely backed out of the store. I didn't want to argue, right? But I stayed with that belief system that there's no way fish can be fresh, right? And so I never asked anybody, where do I get fresh fish? So one of the taxi driver guys that I know, who no matter how much I'm in his cab, I leave something in his cab. It's kind of weird thing that goes on between us. And so I asked him finally, I said, where do I get fish? And he's like, all over. And I was like, I don't have a car. So where do I get fish not having a car, right? And he goes, by Plaza East. Wait, Plaza East, I think. Plaza East. I think I'm East. And I go, what do you mean Plaza East? And he goes, every Saturday. I was like, what are you talking about? I can get fish every Saturday at Plaza East. I know how to get to Plaza East by taxi. And he goes, every Saturday. And I said, oh, I realized that I'm doing a show every Saturday. And so and then after I do the show, I do readings. And so I realized I'm missing out on something. So he said, go early because he sells out fast. Well, baby, I text Melissa last night and I was like, listen, we're going to be late for the show because I have to figure out how to get this fish, right? So I go, not a problem getting a taxi early in the morning on Saturday. So must be some weird system because the buses don't run on Saturday, but the taxis are running on Saturday. And when I say taxis, picture this, guys. A 15-passenger van is called a taxi. Not a yellow taxi, not a little putt-putt Uber. No. 15-passenger vans are called taxis, right? So no problem getting a taxi. They're running all up and down this early in the morning. And I love that, right? They're trying to get people to work. But it's raining today. I didn't start out raining. If it started out raining, I wouldn't have left the house. But I did take my umbrella because I saw the threat of rain. Like I can look across the water and be like, oh, you trying something. So I knew to take my umbrella. I'm there at 8:30, right? So I'm there early enough to get back to you guys. I'm there at 8:30. No fish guy. So I ask around, right? And you got to ask the people that run the streets on that corner, right? You don't just ask anybody. You got to ask the dude that lives on that corner. There's no house. He's standing outside and he's the corner watcher. Like, you got to know these things, right? So I go up to the corner watcher and I say, hey, where do I get fish around here? It's like, for me, it was like, psst, psst. Who's got the good stuff, right? That's the way I felt, right? I was like, hey, where do I get fish around here? And he goes, right there. And I go, why isn't he there? And he goes, oh, maybe the rain. And I said, okay, there's a supermarket right there. I said, let me get a couple of things, some sweetener, some honey, some breakfast, easy breakfast, nothing too crazy. Let me see if Melissa's here. And come back out. Now it's pouring rain. And I'm like, well, if it's pouring rain and rain is a problem for this guy, I might as well get back here, do the radio show. So I get in another taxi to come back. Me and this other guy get in a taxi. It's only the driver and the 2 passengers on a 15-passenger van. It's hilarious, guys. 15-passenger. I can barely get up the 15-passenger because I've got a heavy bottom half, right? I'm not lightweight. And besides that, my age, hello. And so I struggled to get up. But they're patient, right? Because everybody struggles to get up. It's a 15-passenger van. In any case, I get in the van and I say to the driver, and this is how I talk to everyone, right? go, you know, I was out there to get fish and the fish guy wasn't there. And he goes, oh, yeah, probably the rain. And I go, yeah. And I was like, do you know where I can get fish? And now he starts to argue with me, but he doesn't know he's arguing. This is how the Caribbeans talk. He goes, it depends what kind of fish you want. And I was like, I'm open to any type of fish. I'm not picky. I just want to be a fish eater. I'm thinking about it, guys. If the minute I make an announcement, I'll have a steak tomorrow. But I'm thinking about going pescatarian, right? And so, but I'm lying. Like, I promise you, I will eat a beef frankfurter on Sunday. You know, I'm lying. But I'm trying, right? All you could do is try, right? When we talk about COVID health, all you could do is, change change what your parents taught you. They tried to kill us. Did our parents like us? Because seriously, we've got blood cells and red blood cells and heart attacks and tight veins and diabetes, sugar, like cut some people open. It's just pure domino sugar comes out. It's our parents. I mean, I'm not blaming them. I mean, they did the best they could with the resources that they were given. But did they like you? That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay, I'm over it. So he goes, there's a McDonald's not far from your house. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And he goes, what are you talking about? Because he's arguing with me, but he doesn't know he's arguing with me. But now I'm arguing back because I got to match energy, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about, right? And he goes, a few feet from where you live, Monday through Friday, is the fish man. Funny thing is, from where I live, this is funny, I never go left. I only go right. I've never been left. So how would I ever know what's left if I've never walked that way? So with that being said, I'm cutting the show early because I got to go get me some fish, everyone. It's raining still, and I hope this man works in the rain because, it's a street vendor. I don't know if street vendors carry umbrellas and tents like they do in the States, all prepared for the rain with plastic pullover. I don't know. Probably not. Very primitive community, the islands. But I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to see what they got to offer. Because I want to see what they got to offer. All right. I got somebody on the line, but I bet they want Melissa, right? Watch, I'm gonna, because are you gonna do readings? Let's see what she wants. Hold on a second. Hey, Melissa, where are you, Melissa? All right, hold on a second. Hi, this is Tracy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, who's this? I mean, you don't have to say your name, but I'm
Evelyn.
Evelyn, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're going to be on today. Melissa Burton's going to be on today. I know every Saturday, but I wasn't sure if she was going to be on.
I just told everyone. I was like, she's here from Melissa. So Melissa shows.
Well, it's okay. It's okay.
No. Let me help you.
Sorry about that.
No. Don't you dare. Melissa's show starts at 12:30 Eastern, around that time, around 12:30 Eastern. What time is it for you right now?
Oh, so it's 9:30.
What's?
Oh, I'm in Pacific.
You're specific?
So it's 6:45 for me.
6:45 a.m.?
Yeah.
Wow. What part of Pacific do you live in?
I'm in California.
Oh, I just came from California. All right, listen to me.
Okay, right now.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to give you the hookup, okay? Call Melissa's show back at 12:30. I will give you her number. I'm going to screenshot it right now. And you will be the first one that she talks to. How's that?
Oh, that's not necessary. That's very nice, but I could wait like everybody else.
Oh, hell no.
You know, that's
No. I believe in nepotism. No. I believe in favors. Are you kidding me? No, it's 6:45 a.m. You were trying to get your reading in. No, nepotism all the way. White folks lived on nepotism. Why can't we do it? Ciao.
Like I'm just kind of I don't mind, but okay, I just feel weird because
Listen to me. That is so.
But I'll listen in. I just literally called, but I thank you for doing that, and I'll listen in.
Good morning, John. Listen to me. It is so black of you to be like, no. I could wait. Fuck that. You mow people down and you get to the front of the line and you get what you want. I'm kidding. Hurt no one. I'm kidding. But I'm going to give Melissa your number. Call back. I'll leave you on if you want to stay on. It's not a problem. But call back and I'll make sure Melissa takes you first. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Evelyn. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. That is so adorbs. I knew it. I said she's calling for Melissa. I already knew it. Y'all know I be knowing these things. All right. I'm waiting for Melissa, but she's not coming on. And I need to get this party started because I am going to cut the feed short today so that I could go out in the rain and get some fish. I will report to you if I got the fish. So I'm going to start reading. Let me look at the comments first. Comments. Okay. I love that. What do you love, Marie? You're such a New Yorker. I know. Especially when I get upset. Why get upset? Oh, hell no. No, bring your umbrella. I will. Snapper. Now, I did eat parrotfish. And I like parrotfish. The problem is that I get parrotfish from the supermarket. So that the parrotfish comes in a box. And I'm literally trying to find fish that is fresh out to sea. Let me tell you something. Why do I live on a whole fucking island? A whole island. And I can't eat fresh fish? Get out of here. Get out of here. Find me some fresh fish, everyone. So, but if it's parrot and it's fresh, I'm down. Oh, and guess what they do, right? Now, you guys know the Chinaman. Now, I'm not being disrespectful, but maybe it is disrespectful. But you know the Chinaman, right? You give them that bowl of fish. You got to cut the head off. I know, West Indians, y'all do not cut the head off. I don't understand that. I get it. I'm not touching the head. I'm not eating the eyeballs. Remember when your grandmother West Indians ate the eyeballs? Not happening. Not embracing the eyeballs, right? And you take it to the Chinaman and you like cut the head off and gut it, right? Gut it. That means, sometimes you can get a fish that's pregnant, people. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Before the Chinaman came along, my mom was gutting her own fish. And my mom was a little crazy. She's like, look, there's a baby inside. And I think she used to be happy about it. I'm just saying. Because we're a little loopy in my family. So I remember her gutting. Oh, she was such a good cleaner. My mom was so clean. I mean, like ridiculously clean. She was clean. Okay, let me tell you how clean my mama was. But y'all are going to gasp at this. But I don't really give a fuck, right? My mama was so clean. How clean was your mama, Tracy? She was so clean. She washed everything in dish detergent. Everything. Did your mama do that? You might be ashamed to tell it. I'm not going to be ashamed to tell it. There was not a turkey, a chicken. There was not a fish, a this, that, and the third. Collard greens, dish detergent. She never made, what do you call those things? Chitlins? Because no one can clean chitlins. No, you can't clean chitlins. Right, Melissa?
No. You talking about chitlins? No, I don't like the smell of it.
I know.
I watch it and I just be like screaming. I'd be like, when I smell it, I'd be like, I gotta get out. I gotta get out of the room. You know, and no matter where you go, you still smell it.
Yes, I cannot do chitlins anymore.
Worst memory of childhood, smelling chitlins. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
And this is why the nerds had them in a bucket.
I know.
Like, no.
I know. And whenever, because chitlins wound up being like Thanksgiving food or Christmas, mostly Thanksgiving food. And whenever you go to somebody's house, like I think they got to cook it the day before. I'm a little confused. You clean it the day before. Yeah, I don't care. You can always smell chitlins in somebody's house. Nobody's house should smell that way. Chitlins need to be cooked outside. What you say?
You know who house to avoid when you smell it.
Exactly. But okay, so one of my favorite ladies in at my church, right? And this favorite lady was an ex's mother, and I loved his mother, right? And one day I said to her, we had already been broken up, and I said to her, you know, your son always bragged about your chitlins. And I said this to her in August, right? Because I wanted to prepare her because her son is a jackass and I didn't want him to stop her. So I was like, August, I told her. And I was like, when you make chitlins this year, save me a bowl. And she was like, bet. She's a Scorpio woman, so she's never going to forget that, right? We get around to Thanksgiving, Sunday after Thanksgiving, she brings me a bowl and she looks at me funny, right? And she goes, I didn't cook this. And stupid me, I'm like, oh, it's cool. Don't worry, it's cool. And she goes, okay, like kind of like worried though, right? First of all, I think her stupid son cooked it because I think she told him about my conversation with her, and I think the stupid idiot was like, Mom, I'll cook chitlins this year. It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Really, they don't really make, so really, she don't really make it.
No, she does, but this year she didn't. I said to her, I want your chitlins, yours. And she's like, I didn't cook it this year. But it was kind of weird the way she was like, do you understand? I didn't cook it. Maybe she was trying to say it tastes horrible, but she was committed to giving me the chitlins. But I tasted it and I thought I would vomit.
Wow, yeah.
And the next weekend, I lied to her. She's like, how are the chitlins? But she's still kind of saying it like weird. And I looked at her and I said, oh, they were good. And then she goes, really? And I was like, oh, shit. But I kept with the lie. Once I lie, I'm committed to it. And I was like, they were good. If I put a lie out there, it'll go to my grave. Oh my God.
Right to the grave.
Yeah. So Melissa, I was just telling them about my fish story. So you missed the whole fish story, but don't worry about it, right? But okay, so before you came on, Melissa, someone came on in Blog Talk Radio, right? It was area code 559. I'm gonna send you this woman's number, right? And before I clicked on it, I said she's looking for Melissa. I already knew it, right? And then I get on and she goes, hi, yes, looking for Melissa, the Melissa Burton Show. I was cracking up. I was like, I already knew you were looking for her. So I'm going to send you her number and then she's going to call back. How embarrassing is that, Melissa? How embarrassing when a student takes over the teacher. That is crazy. That is so crazy. I've stepped into a new realm.
That is so funny.
That is hilarious. I already knew it. I said, she is asking for a Melissa.
People don't play. They say that phone number.
Uh-huh.
As soon as they see, they follow the page, they see that we're on.
Yes.
They be like, let me call in.
Let me call. Let me get my reading in. That is so much fun.
Let me get my reading.
It's so much fun. You do a really good job. You do a really good job, Melissa. Sometimes I listen to your show and I have it on my Bluetooth. And it allows me to like get work done while I listen to your show. Like I do other things while it's kind of like listening to the radio, And it's so exciting to hear about the stones, and it's so exciting to hear what you have to say with the readings. So cool. So cool. Oh, Ifa Sheye is here too. Hello, Ifa Sheye. Hello. Oh, Island Dreamer says Melissa is amazing. Marie says Melissa is amazing. They love you, Melissa. Everyone loves Melissa. Yes.
Listen, I got a breeze in my room, and you know what? The breeze is coming to like where my cheeks are.
Oh.
So
that means one of your spiritual people is rubbing your cheeks. Would your grandma do something like that? Who would rub your cheeks?
I think the person that will probably do a rub cheek is my dad's mom.
Oh.
That's the one that likes to keep the money in the bra.
There's always that grandma that keeps money in the bra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
And my grandma, I only got to see my grandma twice in my life wear sweatpants. Other than that, she always was a sweatpants girl. Not sweatpants. She was a jean skirt. She just loved wearing skirts with Nike sneakers.
A jean skirt, though. That sounds like a grandma look. My grandma used to wear the floral aprons. Yeah, the floral aprons, the floral pajamas.
I love that. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. All right, sweetie. I'm so glad Huh?
I'm glad that you got fish today because you know what? I had shrimp last night, but you told me I was getting fish today. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was thinking about fried whitey. And the only place that makes fried whitey that I go to is it's a fish market.
Exactly. Well,
they have like, that's the only place that makes it.
Well, I actually didn't get fish. Apparently, people don't work in the rain. I don't know, Melissa. Oh my God. It's raining this morning. Apparently, people don't work in the rain. And
you got rain?
I get rain every day here.
It's raining over here, and now it's turning to ice.
Oh.
Because we're going to get a snowstorm.
Oh.
So this dog decided to take me on that's why I'm late today. Dog decided that he wanted his home on today. Excuse me. I need my long walk.
I love
He didn't
Sammy.
get how bad it was. Because you know what? He had the booties on his feet. So he was
Right.
like, I can go.
He was protected, right?
The nerve.
But Melissa, I'm cutting the show short because another taxi driver told me where there's another place for me to get fish. So I'm gonna go to that place now.
Ooh.
But come hella high water, my black
Okay.
ass is getting some fish. Now, who I have to kill, I don't know. But I'm getting some fish. So,
I love that.
would you like to go to Revelations?
Revelations, you said Revelations 15, right?
Well, I put 15 because I didn't know where the hell we stopped off at. I think we're still in 14.
Oh, yeah. 14.
14, right? Do you remember where?
Yeah. I know we passed something with the 3 angels. I don't know if we passed that or not.
Yeah, I can't tell
You want me
either.
to start there? Where it says, I'll start on 14.
14, hold on. Oh, you're going to start at 14? Give me 1 second. And it worships the beast and receives his mark in the forehead. Yeah, the smoke of determined ascends forever and ever. Here's the patience of the saints, those who keep the commandments of God and the faith that you didn't heard a voice from heaven saying, okay. Yeah, start at 14, reaping the earth's harvest. 14, guys.
Oh, okay. So, you said 14.
Yes,
I'm on it.
thank you.
I love that everybody's following too. Like, listen, I know what page we on. I'm already.
Don't you love that?
Yes, everybody. Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get started.
Go for it.
I looked, and there before me was a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was one like a son of a man, with a crown of gold on his head, and a sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came out of the temple and called in a loud voice to him who was sitting on the cloud, take it your sickle and reap, because the time to reap has come, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. So he who was seated on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvest. Another angel came out of the temple in heaven, and he too had a sharp sickle. Still, another angel who had charge of the fire came from the altar and called in a loud voice to him, had a sharp sickle. Take your sharp sickle and gather the cluster of the grapes from the earth vine, because its grapes are ripe. The angel swung his sickle on the earth, gathering its grapes, and threw them into a great wine press of God's wrath.
Right.
They were trampled in the wine press outside the city, and blood flowed of the press, rising as high as the horses, barely for a distance of, 1,600? Stand up.
So hold on a second, Melissa. So
Wow, Tracey, that's a lot.
What you say?
I said just to know that they were, you know, I think of angels as really huge.
Yeah.
And just every time I hear that one got sickle, it makes me feel like I'm there.
It does. It does.
Like,
it does.
mm-hmm.
And also, I think it's interesting that the angels are kind of mean, right? Kinda, right? Right? They have orders.
Right.
They're angels, but they have orders. Right? And there's a part here
Right.
at 14, behold, white cloud. Another angel came crying with a loud voice, thrust your sickle and reap, for the time has come for you to reap, you meaning the earth, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Now, what that means, I believe, what that means, the harvest of the earth is ripe. The earth, everyone, is elevating. And some of us metaphysical people can feel the vibration of the earth elevating. So the earth is going to the next level with or without you. And those of you that don't understand what that means, I'm afraid for you. Because if you get to grow as a human being and grass gets to grow and this, that, and the third get to grow, how could the very thing that cradles us not grow too? So the angels up there are looking at earth elevating. And if you think past, right, past, if we go back centuries BC, what was earth like then? It was desert. It, do you know what I mean? Like the structure was nothing as you know it today. So you have to understand that the earth had elevated since 5,000 before Christ, since 2,000 after Christ. The earth is constantly elevating. And I believe that we are in the midst of the earth elevating. When I first got to St. Croix, that is the first thing I heard from one of my friends at the store, Love and Light. The first thing, he's a professor, Michael said was, the earth is elevating. And I had never heard this concept before. And so when he explained it, it made so much sense. It made sense why COVID is here, because the earth is elevating. And people can't stick around if the earth is elevating. Right?
That's why the COVID's like purging.
Purging.
Right?
Yes. Yes, Melissa. The earth is purging because it's elevating, right? And you might think of it as this roller coaster ride. You know how the roller coaster goes up, 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 slowly, slowly. Like you might think of it that way, or you might think of it more as energy. The vibration that earth has always been carried. The tone is changing. And if the tone is changing, Melissa, some of our body cells can't handle the new tone. And it's repulsive.
You know what, Tracy?
What's up?
So, you know, when you was talking just now, I've seen, like, you know, at the circus, how you have to hit that little bell for it to go all the way up in the air.
Yeah. Yes.
And it rings.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I was seeing when you was talking about the roller coaster.
Interesting. And add more to that. When you got that vision,
then, you know,
what
like,
did
it
that
has
mean to you?
Sometimes it has numbers on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it has numbers on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So you know how sometimes people hit it, but it doesn't go all the way up.
Yep.
It just goes little numbers at a time.
Yes.
So it's like COVID being those numbers of saying, well, today I'm going to take away 35 people.
Yes.
Then the next day I'm going to take away 100 people. It's kind of like that, but nobody wants to say it.
That's a good analogy, Melissa, until it gets to the bell. And I feel like this passage here, where it's like, then another angel, we have different books, but it was saying the same thing. Then another angel came out of the temple in heaven. Remember this. This is an angel associated with God. And it also had a sharp sickle. And another angel came from the altar, who, for me, this book says, who had power over fire. And he cried. Think about it, guys. The angel cried. Cry could mean speak loudly, or cry could mean in pain. And he cried with a loud cry to him who had the sharp sickle. So it's almost like the angels are like, I have to do this. Right? I have to, he cried, I have to do this. He cried with a loud cry to him who had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust your sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. So the angel thrust his sickle into the earth, gathered up the vine of the earth, and threw it in the great winepress of the wrath of God. Now, see, that ain't pretty. That ain't pretty. I don't know if the winepress is, the bad person out there, or is it me? Like, am I the grapes? The earth is fully ripe. So if the earth is fully ripe and is gathering up the grapes, are they gathering up the bad people? Or are they gathering up the good people? Right? It gets a little convoluted here, right? And the wine press was Go ahead, Melissa. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I said the grapes sound just like it's the bad people.
It does. And the wine press was trampled outside the city, and blood came out of the wine press up to the horse's bridle for 1,600 miles, right? They said furlongs here, but it's miles, right? So whatever the angels are doing is by order of God from heaven. The earth is elevating, Melissa. The earth is purging, Melissa. And everybody can't stay. And I really believe that's what COVID is. COVID is purging. Now, the only reason why I feel bad about talking about COVID and Revelation, because to me, good people have died. Right?
Yeah.
Grandmas died, right? Aunties died. Best friends have died, right? So it makes me feel bad to try and interpret what I think is happening, because, like, it's one, it's not me. I'm interpreting. And two, right? Sometimes we just get caught out there. Right? Because look what it says. Like, the blood, came out of the wine press for 1,600 miles. If you think of New York, if you think of like a distance, that's from New York to, Detroit. That's a lot of people.
A lot of bodies.
A lot of bodies. A lot of bodies.
You know what's too crazy?
What's up?
It's like a lot of people that did pass and stuff that were good people that passed. I feel like maybe they had, maybe Father, Mother God had a bigger plans for them.
Yes.
You know, like bigger plans for them up there.
Yes.
Like, I want people to do this type of new thing, because maybe they're elevating too, to do more things.
Good point, Melissa. That's an excellent point. Excellent. Oh, child, that's an excellent point. And you just can't do it here on Earth any longer. And by the way, like, you can't do it here on Earth any longer because the vibrational signals don't match. Do you understand? The Earth is elevating.
Mm-hmm.
So when that signal becomes repulsive to the cells in your body, right? You can't stay on Earth.
Right.
Right? You got to go. You got to go to, I think you got to go to reset. You know? And Ifashaye says, remember, death is a transformation. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, child. And you both are saying the same thing, Melissa. You're both saying the same thing, right? What you said and what Ifashaye just said was identical in different words. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to transform. Sometimes you got something better to do.
Like a bigger calling.
A bigger calling.
But you don't realize how big a calling you really have.
Exactly.
Until you go there.
Exactly. You know, it just reminds me, what is death, right? Because many of us fear death, and it's okay to fear death, right? Because it's unknown to us. But we were there before, right? We were always there, right? But what is death? Death is a pregnant woman that carries a baby for 9 months. And much like the earth elevating, if you can get the parallel, because now this is going to be beautiful, if I must say so myself, the transformation between the body of the mother, right? The body of the mother says to the mother, it is done. You push this baby out now. And the baby's inside going, this is the best world I've ever had. I'm so glad to be here. I eat freely. If my mama don't eat, it don't matter. I will feed off of her anyway. This is a great world. But then the body elevates, the earth elevates. And the baby has to come out. There's a purging. There's a transformation. That part of the womb that the baby knows is repulsive. It's got to go on to bigger and better things. It has to see light. And remember, light is what? God. Light is always God. And so here the body has this conversation with the baby, but the baby knows something, right? The baby begins to turn upside down, right? It starts to prepare. It's like, oh, gotta do the turn. Whoop. And it sits in position. And it's waiting for the body to purge, for the earth to purge. And then the baby comes out and it discovers a new world, an amazing new world. And all of a sudden, the baby forgets about the wound. How quickly does the baby forget about the wound, everybody? Think about it. We like to straddle that baby as if it's still in the womb. But you know what I've noticed with mothers it's all new age stuff, and they're like, straddle the baby as if it's still in the womb. Well, some people straddle the damn baby too long. They straddle the baby too long, all night long. All night long. That damn baby is in a different world, and y'all keeping that poor thing straddled in a blanket. What does the baby do? The minute you unravel that blanket, it stretches its arm and it goes, my God, woman, leave me out the straddle. Why did I come out of your, beautiful, whatever, and you're still acting like I'm in your womb? I'm not.
Wow, Tracy.
Yeah.
That whole stretching thing, you brought me a flashback because Alyssa always woke up like that in the morning.
Yes.
She always stretched every morning, no matter what.
Yes.
And we got to learn later on, after she passed and everything, that's something that they did in heaven. The whole stretching their body. Every morning she would stretch before anything.
What?
You wake her up, she just stretches.
That's right.
She stretches her legs and her arms.
That's right. They do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But what do you mean that they stretch? Are you saying energetically they stretch their bodies in heaven?
Well, from what I got to learn, from me and my mom got to learn, is that when it's something that she never forgot when she was in heaven and came down and was doing that with the stretching. And I just be like, she does this every morning. It's like a ritual.
Yes. Or, Melissa, is it memory? Is it memory from heaven?
Memories from heaven, probably. Yeah, I would say.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Of just stretching, and I just be like, wow.
Melissa, I got to give that one to Sylvester. Memories from heaven. You heard me? That sounds good, right?
Yes.
That's.
He makes the shirt. I gotta buy it.
I'm gonna send it to him. Every time I send him something, you know what he does? He like, okay, Tracy, okay. And I go, Sylvester, it's no rush. It's no rush. I'm never like forcing you. No rush. And then next thing you know it, he has a whole full-on painting of something that he created. And I'm like, how? And he's like, well, this is the meaning behind. Oh my God, he is amazing. He's coming on next Saturday. Hold on. Memories from heaven.
That's beautiful.
All right, Melissa, the show is.
You know what, too? He might as well make the sun card.
The sun card?
The sun card with the baby. Yeah.
Okay. What you have to.
The sun card has the baby on it.
Oh. I'm going to encourage him to make his own tarot cards.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a very good designer.
He's so good. Did you see the last one with Justice? Where through my phone, Melissa, the diamonds in Justice
was beautiful.
I know. Do you see where the diamonds in Justice looks like it's in 3D? From my phone. It is crazy.
I love how it looks 3D though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, Peaches Jones says, listen to this. Hey guys, we're going to have to do some stretching then. Stretching is big, Melissa. I'm realizing that you said something very powerful. Very powerful. I realize you said something. So Peaches says, babies and animals automatically stretch when they wake up.
Wow.
is that, Melissa, when we forget to stretch? What is that? What are we taking away when we don't take the time out to stretch after sleeping? There's something spiritual about that. Can anybody help us with that? Can you help us with that, Peaches or Island Dreamer?
Yeah. We might have to start trying to do a little stretch and see how, you know,
Just
we do a stretch for a week and see what difference we have.
Oh, Melissa, that's a good idea. Just in your bed, right? Nobody's asking you to do a stretching exercise, although you should be exercising anyway. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about from the moment you open your eyes. Don't grab your phone, people. Stop grabbing your phone. You become brain dead with those damn phones.
It's so true.
I know.
We all grab our phone.
I grab my phone. Either the alarm is going off or I need to know what you guys said in group meet after I went to sleep early, right? Okay, let's try this, everybody. Everybody, let's talk about it next Saturday. Let's stretch in the mornings. The minute you open your eyes, stretch. Pull them arms up. Feel your waist stretching. Stretch your legs, first the left and the right. Kind of twist and turn and stretch sideways. I feel like stretching right now. And tell us, what did it make you feel like next week? We got some homework to do. How's that, everybody?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I noticed that, CW. CW is like, cats stretch every morning when they wake up. And you know, cats don't do shit all day. What the fuck are they stretching for? They don't do shit.
Yeah, you know what's funny? They do stretch.
Yes.
They do. And I think my dog stretches too. He stretches in the morning too. And I just be like, what are you doing?
Yes. Peaches says
Wow.
Animals automatically and baby stretch. Okay, Melissa. I have to end this show because I don't care. I need to go find me some fish. And it's not raining right now, but it is going to be an on and off rainy day, right? That's just a given. Let me see. We have 2 minutes left. Melissa, how can people reach you?
Oh, you can find me at Melissa Burton Show on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I have a couple of YouTube videos on there so you can watch, you know, and DM me on Instagram. And make sure that you call in for a free reading. The telephone number is 914-205-5699 and press 1 to be in the queue with me.
90 seconds.
12:30 to 2:30.
Okay, so it's 914. Take down the number, everyone. 205-5699.
Yeah.
Hold on, Melissa.
Yeah.
To talk to Melissa, spelled that wrong. Melissa, today, free reading. Okay, free reading on Blog
60 seconds.
Radio. It's going to show up on something called Tapped In. All right, at 12:30 today on Blog Talk Radio under live. You can always check it under live. Melissa, as always, thank you. Everyone that was here today, I can't call out everybody's name, but you know, Peaches, Island Dreamer, CW, Step One. I'm going to forget some people. Russell's daughter. I will never open up a church, Russell's daughter. Never. They're all scammers. They're all scammers. They milk the system.
10 seconds.
They don't pay taxes. They don't share the money that they get. No. They always asking for money.
No.
You want a good scam? Open a church.
Make your money. You know what? Just like they're like Robin Hood. they steal from the poor, right?
Uh-huh.
No, they steal from the rich, right?
Uh-huh.
They don't steal from the rich. They steal from the poor.
They steal from the poor.
It's ass backwards.
And they make us feel guilty. 10% of your income. I'm like, I have to feed my child. I'm broke. I have to feed my child. 10% of your income. Did you put into? And then every once in a while, they'll put out a list of people that don't pay. They will put out a list and tell people she hasn't paid all year. Tracey Brown ain't paid all year. And I'm like, I have a child. I'm damn near feeding this poor baby ravioli every day as it is. I'm damn near.
Like to blackball you. Oh, she's not invited to church anymore because she doesn't pay.
No, they've done that. Melissa, they've done that. Yeah, they will do that. Oh, child. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Melissa. This is so much fun.
I always enjoy Saturdays with you.
I know. I enjoy it so much with you, too. It's so much fun. It just perks me right up. And actually, it kind of gets me through the week. So for everybody that's on, it does. It actually gets me through the week. Like it's been helping, because sometimes you get a little ornery, get a little ugly, and then what I'm saying is my Sunday begins today. When we do Revelations, like something about it stays in my soul. And I think it helps me to operate better. Right? I'm not so evil.
Right.
I don't want them damn angels coming down. The angels of God. I don't want them angels coming down. And Tracy, no. No, there's a lot of Tracys in the world. You're mistaken. No.
Yeah.
Go find another Tracy angel monster. Shoot.
Hilarious.
It is funny. All right. For everyone, I mentioned this earlier in the show. My really good friend Jason D. McKean, is going to teach you how to publish your own book through Amazon. It's a Zoom course. It's today at 7 Eastern. If you're Pacific, it's at 4 p.m. Email Jason. Oh, let me take this down. Hold on a second, guys. Because you can't see the whole thing. Email Jason today. Cash app him. Venmo him. PayPal him. It's all there. Jason D. McKean on PayPal at yahoo.com. Venmo is Jason-McKean-1 at Venmo. Cash App is $Jason Tarot Wizard. Come join us today, 4 p.m. Pacific. But if you're Eastern, 7 Eastern. Okay? And then tomorrow is the same exact class. Huh? What'd you say,
I said Jason is very amazing.
Yes.
I said Jason is very amazing, and
Yes.
people need to come. Even if you don't have a book right now, come for the experience.
Yes.
Of learning something new.
Yes. And tomorrow, Sunday, March 13th, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And Melissa, you're so right. Even if you don't have a book, come to the class because you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen this time next year. You come up with an idea and you're like, oh, Tracy, what's Jason's name? Nope. Don't be like them 10 brides. The class is today. You ain't ready? Don't be like them 10 brides in the Bible. I don't know if you all know that story, but only 5 brides were ready. The others were left behind. Don't ask me to share the information because I ain't going to do it. I'm going to be there. Okay?
Me too. I'm going too.
Peaches is back at the church. She can't get over that part. She's like, or acknowledge the people that do pay and make you feel guilty, right, Peaches? Right? No. No. COVID gave me permission to never step in church again. Ever. You know what? When I die, don't have a funeral in the church. No. Don't do it. Let it be outside with the universe. I just proclaim that. I never talk about my own, like, thingamajig, but don't put me in a church. Outside. Put me at some four corners somewhere. That'll be really good. Huh?
They're going to hunt you down.
What?
They put you in a church, they're going to hunt you.
I'll make sure everything goes wrong. I'll make sure there's a blackout. I'll make sure there'll be no holy water, nothing. No wine, nothing. The evil shall continue if somebody puts me in a church. Y'all better recognize. Find some Melissa, find some four corners somewhere, some abandoned four corner, and have the service at the abandoned four corners. That would be so cool.
That would be.
Right? Oh, I enjoy this so much. You're so much fun, Melissa. So I'm gonna call on 917, but I bet she's here for you. Hold on a second, Melissa. Hi, 917.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
I'm excited. Stretching in the word.
Right. The word is a little different, but it's still the word is a little different, but it's still the word. I just interpreted a little different.
It's still the word.
It's still the word. Yeah.
We need the gas prices high. We have to trust the Lord. This
That's
is serious time. Soon as COVID ends, from keeping us in the house, now the gas trying to keep us in the house.
You know what? Let me tell you what God said. God said, these mofos are trying my patience. God said, I said, stay in the house. That's what God said. God said, let there be a war. Raise those prices. When I said stay in the house, I'm not kidding.
You know what? The children of God, it's not affecting us any.
Did you notice that?
It's not affecting us any. I am so excited listening to this. I was like, yes, right, because I connected with the word.
Yes! But do you notice? Okay.
Yes, I'm listening to the last drop.
Oh, but do you notice you said a mouthful?
I had to come get still. So I can hear y'all.
Oh, listen, but you said a mouthful. The children of God are not being affected.
When you read the Bible, this has been going on since the beginning of time, so we already know what it is.
Exactly. War didn't start yesterday. Exactly. Selfishness didn't start yesterday.
Quarantine.
All right. What did you think? Wait. What did you think Passover was? When Moses said, Joshua, close the door.
For me.
Go ahead. Okay. What you say now, sweetie?
I was saying I saw a meme like maybe 2 years ago, and it said that the devil and God talking, and he said, that's why I closed all the churches. And God said, quite contrary, I open one in every house.
Oh! What? Then Russell's daughter, this is church. Dagnabbit, this is God's house.
I I sleep with the word on. I worship 24/7.
That's right.
God done blessed me so much. I'm going for a PhD, and they're paying me for the PhD. They pay me $3,000 a month starting in September.
Oh my
That's
God! That is a blessing. What? It's a blessing.
And I registered.
It's a blessing that you're going after your PhD. That in itself is a blessing. But when God said, I'll pay you, damn.
Some people don't even know that their whole lifetime. And last year, I registered 2 businesses. One was Kindness Academy and God University.
Uh-huh.
So because I look at things from an academic point of view, I'm going to break down the Bible for the people that don't have the patience and the understanding that we do, because the word is life.
Yes.
2 Timothy 3:16, that every scripture is the breath of life. So when you read the Bible, he breathes on you, so he's taking over us.
Yes. You know, even when I'm doing revelations, I have to be honest with you. It's not me. It's not me. Like, there's something else going on that's allowing me. I asked God, can I? And God was like, sure you can. And the interpretation, it's God. It's a little different because, I do demand of God that I be unchurch-like, right? Like, I want to talk with more freedom. I want to talk to the regular Joes out there. So I do get permission to talk the way that I talk. I also get permission to curse people. Don't get it twisted. I get permission to curse. I told God, this is a mess down here. Cursing helps. And he's like, so fine, just Tracey curse. My grand...
They're not listening. Sometimes you got to say it in the language they understand. They're not listening.
That's my point. Years ago, I don't know what movie I was, but it was this famous teacher, but I can't remember the name of the movie. And he had a whole bunch of 16-year-olds that couldn't read. I can't even imagine, but that's what was happening at the time. I think it was in the 70s. And he decided, which you couldn't do this today, right? The teacher would get fired. He decided to get them porn books. Little porn novels. You can't do that today, but it was brilliant at the time. Because what he said was, I've got to get them interested in reading. And if this is the only way, I'm not authorizing it, please, everyone. But it was a famous teacher, and they did a movie on it. And I found it hilarious that he met them where they could be met. All right? And so I don't want to be a pastor. Like, I don't want that in my life, right? Because it comes with some negative connotations. Like, you guys don't understand how evil the Catholic Church has been, right? You guys don't understand that slavery has used the church against us. We had different Bibles. We had a Bible that scared the shit out of us. We had that version. And they would only teach 1 or 2 people in slavery, because you being uneducated is what they needed. So I don't want to be that, because I have that history inside of me where you can't do that to me. So when I talk, I talk differently. I do it on purpose. Those that hear me, like 917, wow, that's a gift to me. Like, for you to get me, that's a gift. And thank you.
Yeah, well, but the thing about people is that people don't want to know what you know until they know how much you care. So as academics, we can't come at them that way. Some people really have been hurt, and they've had some major trials, and generational curses on their life. So when you come that way, they need to see the God in you. Jesus said, I'll put you where you are. If it's in the bar, if it's in the strip joint, he'll meet you where you are.
That's right. That's a beautiful thing Jesus said. I will meet you where you are. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, some of us are prophetic intercessors. We intercede for them.
Yes.
That's the only people we allow.
Yeah.
You're an intercessor, you both.
Thank you, sweetie.
That's patience coming on this line. You know, we think we're coming for a reading, but we're coming for the word.
Girl, thank you.
It's a hunger.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. It's a hunger. And on a Saturday morning, you know, some people consider it a Sabbath, but he's saying so many people get so busy living a life that they die spiritually at 25, but they just living the same day over and over, existing until they're 75. People are spiritually dead. You can speak to it. We can speak to the gas. We can speak to the weather. Some people not ready for that.
Child, you adding to the spirituality. That is what you got to say is beautiful. I know I've met people.
We soak in his presence. We change the atmosphere. You change the atmosphere just by being quiet. God is most powerful in the stillness.
You know, but what's the most
quietest person in the room?
What's your name, by the way?
Kina.
When you said, you know, years ago, I've met people that were spiritually dead. You know, and it's so sad when you witness that. It's one of the saddest things, and it's not being stuck. It's spiritually. You're zombies. You know, I've met people like that, and it like I've met them, and it's like they don't know it. They don't know it. And sometimes you try to communicate and give them a word, right? You're on a bus, you're meeting random people, and you try to offer some sense of sensibility, right? And they don't want to hear it. They've gotten so comfortable being spiritually dead. Wow.
Because what they do is they don't the word for themselves. They don't pray for themselves. There's a higher level. You know, it's just about being a believer. The religion is just for people who need guidance. Meaning that he's with us. We're one with him. So when you're quiet, that's why we don't judge. I've been to the Buddhist church. I was raised as a Muslim.
Yeah.
You have to understand the most important thing is knowing God in the midst of people. When people observe you, they should be able to see that. You know, we can't change the world looking like the world. So God has infinite wisdom. When I was little, I was raised as a Muslim. So my mother made me rich because at 8 years old, she used to break my sleep at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and make me pray. And then she sent me to school, and I used to be sleepy. But God gave me the answer. So they considered me a genius at 10. At 10 on the proficiency test, I was scoring 9.6 in reading and 12.9 in math. So I was doing 9th grade reading at 10 in college math. But he did that because my mother taught me to pray. She made me rich. So that's why no matter where I go, I make people laugh and I make people joke, but I'm always looking for a way to bring up God.
That's right.
I said all that to say that the way that I can test people now is I say, let's pray before you pull off. Let's pray for your business. Let's pray. And you know what I've learned? How people treat God is how they're going to treat you. So I'm at peace. I don't waste time. I don't have to wait years. How a person treat God is how they're going to treat you. So if I'm saying, let me pray for you before you drive off, and they say, I get all types of things. I don't really pray with other people. I don't know what to say. It's private. I'm trying to help you.
It ain't private. Prayer is not private.
But just some people, it's just in the demons. Some demons just come straight out. They look at me evil, like, no, she didn't bring God into the situation. So that's our purpose, to help people. And then when we try to teach them that we speak another language, you have to bring the word back to God's remembrance. And Psalm 91:16 said, I allow you to live as long as you satisfy. Psalm 3 said, if you keep your word on me and meditate on my word, I will keep you in perfect peace to add length to your days. Some people don't want to read that. It's a willful disobedience, because when they step out of the will of God, they know they're going to be shredded like wheat, and they still step out the will of God anyway. But then, truth be told, I'm so happy. I can't even call people for these 3 years. I haven't even been able to call some people, because, some people would be mad because you happy. They're
Yeah.
going through hell, and I'm now singing and
Yes.
worshiping the God, having a whole party
Yep.
with God.
Yep. At peace.
But you can't tell them that.
At peace. You know what?
Think about it. You go see somebody in the hospital, you go see somebody sick, they're not happy. You got to turn your whole attitude down to go low vibrations with them. And then they don't want to come high.
Yeah.
My mother's girlfriend just died from cancer.
Yeah.
I had finals in December, and I said to her, I was really busy. So I said, keep the word of God on. I said, just keep YouTube on. Make yourself laugh. Don't be stressed.
That's right.
I said, just sleep with the word on.
That's
She said,
right.
I can't do that.
Oh.
You can't do that. Nothing's wrong with me, and I sleep with the word. I said, just sleep with the word on. It will, it'll overtake your thoughts.
Something will come
She
in.
said she didn't do that. She passed away.
Mm.
She passed away. But you know what? I had finals. She passed away on like December the 6th. I didn't even go to her funeral because it was a Muslim funeral. I said that was so overwhelming to me that I kept my mind on my prize, and I didn't mourn for her until after I did my paper. I compartmentalized it because I said I didn't want to lower my vibration. Woo! And it broke me after. As soon as I did the paper, the grief broke me after.
Oh.
Because I left her and we're human. But I remember the one-on-one conversation. I said, just sleep with the word on. It'll keep you in peace. She said, I can't do that.
You know what? I love the fact, I don't know if people are going to understand this, but I love the fact that you stayed focused on your finals. Because death is her.
The school ended up giving me $3,000, and I got a 4.0 because I kept my mind on, because I wasn't going low with her. But once she said, I'm not listening to God, I knew what I was dealing with. I knew what spirit I was dealing with.
And it's okay, by the way. It's okay, right? You have to leave her where she's at. You tried, but you have to leave her where she's at. But I love the fact that you kept focused. You kept focused. That even to the point where you said, I can't even go to the funeral because I have to keep focused on the living. Because her death is her new beginning. Her death is her new beginning. So she goes left, you go right. But if what's in between is the funeral and that stops you from sticking to the living, then sometimes you can't go to the funeral, and that is okay. That was a good job you did.
But we give you, we do the work. That's all I'm trying to say.
I understand.
I haven't been sick during this pandemic. Truth be told, I haven't even got any phone calls. God has speak food.
But wait a second.
So
No.
Because I'm focused on the word.
But wait a second. I understand that the most part of it was staying on the word. I know people that will take the announcement of a death and make it all about them, so that they don't have to continue.
That's true.
That's true, right? And it could be the death of mother, grandmother, father, this, that, and the third. But what are they doing instead? They're making it about them. I love the fact.
Mike Murdoch told me before,
Mm-hmm.
you have to observe people, because we get as much of God as we want. I just dropped my son off at school, but because my heart is towards him, that's how I connected with y'all, because that's where he is. So where he is, it's a vibration. You all are righteous. It's a vibration. So the righteous thoughts allows you to vibrate to the thing. Thoughts are electronic, but emotions are magnetic. So when you have the God, life is a school. No offense, but it's like, if you don't go to school, if you don't read the book, then people fail the class. You say,
are you there? You broke up. Uh-oh.
I'm here.
Oh, Melissa, you're here, but I still see. Are you there still, Kia? Damn it.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, good, Melissa. You're still here, but the person that was just talking, I believe her name was Kia. We lost her. Oh, child, she was.
Oh, my face hit mute by mistake. I'm sorry, my face hit mute. Sorry.
Oh, so what were you saying then?
Yeah, I'm looking like my face is mute. Yeah, but what I'm saying, yeah, people get as much. That's what I'm saying. I tried to, I did autopsies. God is amazing. I did autopsies at 19, and I was going to school to become a pathologist. So God let me see the end from the beginning. I'm like, why am I in this morgue with the dead people? He wanted me to see the end from the beginning, so I'm always on 1,000.
Damn.
I'm always grateful because I was able to walk out of the morgue and they weren't. So he's amazing. Everything is a miracle. He's teaching at every moment. But some people choose not to listen to him. That's why we have to intercede, and that's why all three of us are here, like the Trinity. We're here for the people that we're here this later on.
That's right.
We're here for the people that don't want to come. If they were talking to us, they would want to, their spirits have a rebellion, so they would want to rebel against what they're saying. But when they hear this later on, it's going to touch their spirit, because the word will penetrate them.
That's right.
But we're praying for them because prayer is subconscious. We're still praying for the people that's listening to this to come.
Yes.
That's how much God loves you. He's
Yeah.
talking to them in the house, they're ignoring him. He's talking to them on the billboards, they're ignoring him. He's talking to them all day long until they choose not to listen. But then he uses circumstances to get their attention. That's why you said they're still making it all about them. So that's what my dissertation is going to be on, mindfulness. It's all the answers are within you, and when you obey him, that's when the answers come out. So we're righteous. That's why we connected. We didn't even plan it.
Yeah.
But our heart, he looks at your heart, because he said in Matthew 16:8, he said they worship me with their mouth and their lips, but their heart is far from me. Woo!
Wow.
Their heart. He looks at the heart posture. So they're faking.
And
but the life is fruit. That's Galatians 5:16.
And
the fruit of the Spirit is peace, love, and joy. Then he says in Philippians 4:4-8, only focus on what's true. Always focus on what's pure. Only focus on what's lovely. Y'all been laughing the whole time. I've been cracking up. It's like a spiritual comedy show. I love y'all laugh.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Just because he's here. Wherever there's joy, he's present. That means that we trust him.
I do.
You have to. We all are going to have to give an account for our unbelief. He said in Deuteronomy 28, if you hearken to my voice, if you listen to my word, he said, I will delight in blessing you. I can't even tell people now that I'm getting my PhD and he's paying me. They don't want to hear that. They still stuck on survival. But because I worship. Worship is reverence. I reverence him with my soul. I reverence him with my life. I could turn down 2 marriage proposals because I said, I'm not turning down the word. I said, I'll sleep with the preachers on. I'm not going to turn my preachers off just for you. Oh, they told me that's why you're going to be at the graduation by yourself.
They said that to you after you said no?
Yeah.
Nope.
I said, I have to choose between you and God. I'm choosing God. We have people that need us. I'm not going to cut off what God has for us because all three of us spiritual family, we showed up.
Right.
We showed up for the people who need us. We showed up for the word, but you are only as strong publicly as you are privately. We are soaked in the word. That's why we're here.
You know, one of my group mates who I love dearly, and she goes, she's so sweet, and she goes, Tracy, I thought you were going to cut back. And I said, from doing, public work on YouTube and stuff. And I said, no, I didn't say I was going to cut back. You said I should cut back. And I said to her, I said, listen to me. I said, I love what I'm doing. I love it. And I also know that what I'm doing, I didn't say this to her, but I was like, I love what I'm doing. I don't want to be encouraged to cut back. And I also, I just want to say to everyone else, I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm here. I know, even from a comedy perspective, I'm getting through to people. I'm helping them to choose life, to choose spirituality, to choose God, right? I'm helping them to identify with their version of their highest authority. I believe in Jesus Christ. That's me. You want to believe in the saints, the stars, the universe, go ahead. But do it. Just do it. and I know why I'm here. I don't know if I'm doing a good job at it. Like, seriously, every time I get off the YouTube, I always go, did I do a good job, God? I always do a check-in. So,
You know, I always find something new.
do you discover something new every time, Melissa?
I always learn something new.
Yes.
I mean, now I'm like, oh my gosh, we need an olive tree. How come I don't see olive trees outside? You know?
Yes. But listen, guys, listen, the sun is out, and I'm going to beg God to take this opportunity. God loves to bless me. So, hey, God, I need some fish. I'm calling in a favor.
Yeah.
I don't mind calling in a favor. I need a car, but today I need fish. Please have the fish man there.
Absolutely.
I'd like to cash in one of my rewards. And God, as I'm walking, God, we've talked about the car, but okay, your time is different than my time. I got it. Because I know by the time I get this car, it's going to be brand new and somebody's going to give it to me. I've already decided. That's the way I'm pointing it out to God. But for today,
Thank you so much for having me.
thank you. You're quite welcome, Melissa.
And I'm going to let you go and see you all later on my show at 12:30 at the Melissa Burton Show.
Yes, please come on the Melissa Burton Show. And one more time, your name is Kia? Keena. Thank you, Keena. You came and put the period on. Thank you. You came and you put the exclamation point on. Good luck with your dissertation.
No.
I love that it's on mindfulness. That is beautiful. Uh-oh. Did you mute again,
Thank
Keena?
you. No, I have to thank you. I called you right when I was starting school, and I was dating someone, and you gave me the answers that gave me clarity, and I want to thank you.
Oh.
It's because of you I'm able to get my PhD. Thank you.
Oh, Lord. You're welcome, but it's spirit. It's spirit. Thank you, guys. Get going. I got to get this fish. I will update everyone, but I got to get this fish. I love you all. Bye.
Bye.
You know, before I end, I do want to tell you guys that when Melissa and I are normally on the show and Block Talk ends, Melissa and I can only talk maybe like 5 minutes after Block Talk ends, right? Only 5 minutes. And then they cut Melissa off, right? And Melissa has to come on YouTube to talk to me. This time around, when Keena came on, Block Talk didn't end. So if that ain't God, and if you can't see God even in that little detail, she came on to talk to somebody in this group. So I don't know what message you got from Keena. I pray that you got a message from Keena, because y'all know that be listening. When it goes 60 seconds, we got 5 minutes, me and Melissa, and that's why I'm like, Melissa, put in your contact, because I know we're about to get cut off. God would not cut Keena off. She is a child of God. You noticed that, right, Alan Dreamer? You noticed that. When God shows up, oh, baby, she had a word to say that we all needed to hear. And that's beautiful. There goes God. And thank you, God. For me, thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. All right, bye, guys.